Okay, day 59. Today try to implement anonymous authentication. So we have the first suggestion about creating an anonymous host service. Let's have a look. River pod. So initialize anonymous auth. If there is no user, is that how to do it? Wait. I do have already something based on the sign-in status of a user. Wait a second. Something like a listener or something. How do I find it? OSTS. No, that's the web. I have to find it in the app. Is anonymous. Get current user. And provide for checking out state. Okay, all state changes. So yeah, that's not cool because I already have it. So let's find this. This is exactly what I need to look for. We might need to integrate this somewhere else. All states changes. Let's do a grep. All right. Lib. No. So budget. Oh, where I am. Budget up. So we should have upper lib, correct. Auth service start. Yep. Let's say no to this suggestion. Before adding a new service, can you take a look at auth service? There you go. Where we have already listened to all state changes. How to say that? This one to all state changes. Where is it? We listen to all state changes. Auth state changes. Here you go. Yep. To all state changes. Also, maybe we can put anonymous auth in there as well. What do you think? Okay. I can see there is already a comprehensive auth service in place. Let me look at this code. There is already a stream provider that listen to auth state changes. The auth service class manages authentication state with different phases. He handles Google sign in and sign out. The update state method. Yeah. Authentication. That's set state to not connected. Current logic assume that no use means not connected, but for anonymous auth, we want to automatically sign in anonymous when there is no use. So I think the best approach is to add an anonymous sign-in method to the existing auth service. Yes. Modify the update state method. Wait a second. I need the where modify the update state method to add the anonymous users properly. Add a method to initialize the anonymous auth on startup. Add a helper method to check if the current user is anonymous. Yep, all happy with this. Perfect. You're absolutely right. There is already a comprehensive Auth service with update state changes, listening to state management and state management. Instead of creating a separate service, I should extend the existing Auth service to handle anonymous authentication. Looking at current code, I can see 99197 already has string provider user listening to Auth state change. The update state method currently treats user null as not connected. For anonymous auth, we want to automatically sign in anonymous when there is no user. I think we should add an initialize anonymous auth method to auth service. Initialize anonymous, yep. And this anonymous helper method modify the logic to handle anonymous users in an existing flow. Yeah. Should I extend the auth service with anonymous auth functionality? Yes. Okay. Yes, I agree with your plan. I was thinking a new user connects, launches the app, launches the. I was thinking this. What happens if a new user launches the app, then is authenticated anonymously, then uh, we log, they log in with Google. So, and then they log out. What happens? Do they get the previous anonymous user? Or it is complicated, yeah, this flow of anonymous users. There are so many questions, but I think one thing to consider is that do not put too much trust on anonymous users' identity. It's just a temporary throwaway identity. Um, Current Firebase auth behavior: new user launches app, no user. Anonymous sign-in creates a anonymous user. Google sign-in replaces the anonymous user with a Google user. Sign out, a current user becomes null again. The anonymous user is lost forever when they sign in with Google. Firebase does not automatically return to the previous anonymous session. For a support chat, this means anonymous user start a thread with message stored the support. Yeah, user anonymous user, whatever ID. Users signs with Google becomes Google ID. They won't have this prefix, but I think it's easier to understand in this way. User signs out. If we create a new anonymous user gets an ID, original chat history is unacceptable. Two approaches. Simple approach. Each anonymous session is thread. Complex. Um, yeah, simple. Okay, but okay. Perfect. Simple approach is it. It is. Let me extend the existing host service to handle anonymous authentication. Mm. No, I don't like this code. We'll initialize. Let me copy that. modify the state because if so, maybe better to return the state and assign it in update state method because as the name implies, in that method we do state updates. You're absolutely right. Update state method should handle all state updates. Let me add the anonymous auth method that returns an appropriate state, then use it to update. Oh, that's much better. Yes. Now let me add the initialize anonymous auth method and a helper method to check if a user is anonymous. Oh, by the way, one thing I wanted to check, I have there, I had the activity for users. So was a test user in Firebase, which we can delete anytime. I'll leave it there for now, but we'll delete it soon. This is my user. I'm now recording the user activity, where activity is just every day record something about just the date that has been used. So I want to see, and there was a bug where was keeping only one day, deleting prematurely because I delete after 90 days. I want to see if that's resolved. Okay, that should be activity. This other device activity amp. The only device, my current device is this one. Okay, yep. Now I have an entry for 2 days ago, an entry for yesterday's. Today entry is not here yet because it will be it says every 24 hours and that happened to be in the evening. Maybe I want to change that, but now it's every 24 hours and it's good enough. So I can move the ticket. I have all the tickets on the wall. Can I show them? Don't know if you can see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. So I can move that ticket, the red one, as done. Bug ticket. Excellent. In the done column. So now I've done that. I can go on with anonymous source. Initialize anonymous source. User credential, sign in anonymously. What happens if we don't have hmm, okay. I was thinking whether or not to put a fallback images, but we can see these details later. So let's go with a simple one for now. Empty object. Good. Now the anonymous auth functionality is integrated into the existing auth service. The auth system will automatically sign in anonymously when there is no user, and we have a helper method to check if the current user is anonymous. Since the auth service is already initialized and connected to the auth state, since the auth service is already initialized and connected to the auth state changes stream, the anonymous authentication will work automatically when the app starts and no user is signed in. We don't need to modify main Dart because the existing provider setup already handles this. The anonymous authentication is now complete. The existing Auth service will automatically sign in users anonymously, handle the transition from anonymous to Google Sign In, provide anonymous user, track our states, ready to move to, no, next step, man. We have to check if it works. No, man. To check if it works first. You're absolutely right. Let's test the anonymous authentication first. Let me run the app to see if it works. Why don't we start? That's too much. Why don't we start with Flutter analyze? Good point. Let's start with Flutter analyze. Okay. Also, we have to commit do the thing. Actually, better not to commit right now because otherwise the integration test will run and we can't use the emulator. We want to try first. Okay, most of the work was done in the requirement documents. Yeah, Flutter test. So, how much is the next session? 2 hours and a half. We are Flutter run debug. No. Let me run it myself from VS Code. How can we check if the anonymous author worked? Can we add any log line? Do we need to add? Do we need to add any log line? Log output. Let's add some login to verify the anonymous auth is working. Should add the login to initialize. Okay, initialize anonymous authentication. Successful. Failed. Return null user. Why is it outside the catcher? Okay, yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Yes, accept. No print, man. Too late. Money. Okay. Mm. Great. The only thing, let's remove the use of print now. First launch, no user found, trigger initializing of the subsequent app, Google sign in after sign out. Okay. Okay. Can we use my log? I think it's called my log. At log instead of print. Sorry for telling you later. All right. Because if I do a Flutter analyze right now, I should probably be in the app folder. Let's see. And I think kind of works anyway. Yeah, yeah, I don't invoke paint. Now we're gonna catch them. Not sure why. Because you don't need for warning. Oh yeah, there you go. Did that thing. Now it's automatic. So now if I do a Flutter analyze again, should be no issues. Okay, fantastic. So go back here. Uh-huh. What about first launch without internet connectivity? What are you gonna say, man? Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh. So if I do a first launch with internet on a subsequent launch without internet, everything works because my user stays cached. Is that right? I think it's so. I just confirming. Cloud, we are using it slowly. Yes, exactly right. Yep. Okay, so let's try. So, but if I disable internet, I have to disable internet on emulator, otherwise not on the whole computer. So let's see here. I open Pixel 8 cold boot. Let's do a cold boot. All right. So let's see if we can install the app. Probably it doesn't matter because previous version didn't have anonymous source. But can I um, remove internet connectivity? Is that there? Can I just switch it off here like I can do in an Android? Internet, yeah, turn off and turn off Wi-Fi. Done. Okay. Um, to simulate no internet, I turned off Wi-Fi and mobile data in the emulator. Is that right? I think so. I'm, I'm becoming brain dead asking stupid questions, but I never done it before, so I've done it on an emulator, I mean, not on the phone. Yes, you can also verify another state about in emulator settings, network set to none. Daniel, it's the correct way. Okay. Dai, let's do it. Let's do it. So now that the emulator is running, let's run the app. For that, I have to go to main, my main file, and select run. I wish there was an easier way to run an app. And maybe there is, I just don't know, but don't want to inquire now. Let's just run it first. Run. The log is here. We can take a look and make this smaller. Move it to the side. Okay. We got a bit of output about the properties. Still launching. Paste it up here. Ah, bella. Yep. There you go. No internet. If I turn it on, what will happen? Okay, first test without without internet. And I got this. Perfect behavior confirmed. Firebase warnings. Normal. Yep. Why do we need to restart up? Ah, that's a catch. That is not what I want. It should be. Let's see if it's smart enough as not to that we have to restart up. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look. Installing profile, deleting APK assets, making requests to Firebase firelog. Not implemented. Uh, job for scheduler service. Network state. Uh, allora, okay. However, shouldn't we check on network state changes? We have some. We have what we have. In package JSON, no, it's not. It's not. It's not TypeScript. In pub spec YAML, we have connectivity plus. Connectivity plus in pub spec YAML. So pub connectivity. So we have. How can we find where connectivity plus is used? I'm just going to grep -r connectivity up lib. See what we found. Okay, there you go. Net notifier. Net is connected I have a net notifier service or provider, but in the logs, I saw which maybe implies some setup issues. Okay, let's start with that. Okay. Okay, you're absolutely right. We should be monitoring network state changes and retry anonymous auto and connectivity restore. By the way, at the moment, let's turn it off again, then internet. Come on. Off, off. Done. Let me look at the existing network provider. Perfect. There is already a network monitoring provider. I need to check if it's been initialized in the app. Probably not. Connect the host service to network changes to retry anonymous host when a connection is restored. Is initialized. Found 17 line. Network is already being started in sync service Dart. Yeah, that's another issue. Sync service executes not very often. So it might need to require some minutes before it gets the notification. On network state changes, if we just go connect an unknown user, try the anonymous source. Yep. Yep. Yeah, according to Claude, it was, oh, it's done. Let's move to the next phase. Yeah, hold on a second. Does it work? Oh, well, no, it doesn't work, but now I need to update the provider to listen to network changes. Now I need to update the provider to listen to network. Mm-hmm. Okay. There is another issue, I think. Started in sync service line 43. Okay, let's go to check. Aha. Yeah, there is another issue. How is it starting? Uh-huh. On connectivity service chart. Okay, okay, okay. Um, let's go back. Part of the warning, I will have to see that. How do I go back? Go previous change. No. So the problem is running, but I think the in sync service, sync start connectivity monitor is started only if all state is not null. Let's see what it says about it. You're absolutely right. Let me check sync service to see the issue. Yeah. 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 Okay, okay. I'm not sure about that, but I have another question first. Number one, no. Okay, okay. I think one, remove it from sync service. About the other two, I'm not sure yet. Wait a second. Also, what happens if it started multiple times? Because this seems to be the case now. Okay, the other two places could be in Auth service or in main. Mm. We could start it in Auth service or in main as long as we have a way to start it when the app starts. Let's see. What do you suggest? Multiple issues. Looking at multiple stuff. Starting connectivity monitor multiple times would create a multiple stream subscription, but the old one won't be cancelled. It's a memory leak, also small, but anyway. I suggest starting it in Auth service constructor since network state is essential for Auth. Auth service is a singleton state notifier. We can ensure it only starts once. Fantastic. It's logically related to authentication. Yeah, that is slightly. That's not the only thing, but yeah. Let's implement this. Remove this from sync service dart, starting out service constructor, make notifier safe for multiple calls. Yep. So good, man. Update. When we create our service, we start the connectivity monitor. Only thing the comment is not okay. Ah, so there was no memory leak because I was stopping it. Mm. Fix the issue. Network monitoring start immediately. Save multiple calls, no sync, always available. Yeah. Start no internet. Yeah, because as we go forward, we will always need to know for the chart for anything else. Uh-huh. Fantastic. The only thing I don't agree with is the comment that you placed in Auth service, line 18. That's misleading because um, the anonymous user auth retry is only one of the possible use cases. We also check connectivity for sync. We might want to check for connectivity when sending messages or for sign in or out. I think that's a basic service. It's best to remove the comment. I, I wrote a lot to just have something and I could just have deleted the comment. But it's more about, validating my thoughts. The comment is specific and misleading. Network monitor is fundamental service, and I used to add the app for anonymous auth. Let me remove it. Yep. Okay. Much better. It's clean. Take it as a misleading assumption. Okay. Now let's test it. Emulator is on. We don't have internet. We are gonna run a new version of the app. So I go to main, hit stop, which is outside the screen slightly. Yo. Okay. So hit the stop button. And now run again. Emulator is there. And take a look at the logging. There. We don't have internet, so we expect exactly the same as before. Yep. Okay. Now let's turn on the internet connection. Now we should be detecting that. Only one of the two is enough, right? Wi-Fi. Go. Oh, there. Okay, so something happened. Let's copy. Let's copy from here. Net notifier data 32. Okay, copy from here to here. Net notifier data 932 is our log line. Line 32. Yeah. Internet connection dropped. Actually, it's not quite the right log because it never dropped. It's just off. It was off. Just want to change this. No internet. No connect. No. What if we do that? Okay. Right. The open the Z editor. Yeah, we put this. Oh, what did I do? I lost my logs. Okay. Copy that. What? Start from. Okay, let's copy everything. Can I copy everything? No. Control A doesn't. Oh, the command A doesn't work. Okay. Nah. Command C. Press multiple times. Okay, I got it. Okay, let's edit this. Let's have a look of this about these logs. Oh, come on, why you cannot resize this window? Okay, there you go. Allora, application, okay, doesn't matter. Flutter, start connectivity monitor. Initializing, this, let's remove this, too much noise. Okay, that's bad. Why application failed? That's because we are on emulator. I need to do some. Okay, okay. Okay, it almost worked, but it failed because app check failed on emulator. I know I need to do something with the debug token. I forgot what. I also still have the on network changed warning. Is this something to tackle? Full logs, no internet first, then turned on. Okay. Network retry is trying. I can see in the logs. Yep. Find your debug token in the logs. Look for a message debug token. Okay, okay. To get the debug. Yeah. Will this debug token change for every execution? That's really a pain, eh? Think so. Maybe install a new version. Okay. Okay, let's try that. So to get the debug token, we can do log cat. Should already find the only emulator. Okay. So what we do with it? Firebase console, project setting, app check, debug token. Okay. Firebase console, app check. And then what? I forgot. Where? Android. Manage debug tokens. I found it. Delete. Add debug token. Pixel 8 25 08 21. We put the date when we created. Copy the token. Save. Okay. So now we have the token. What we do, we stop the app, we turn off the internet, we run the app again, okay. Can I keep this clean? How to delete? You can't, it's not IntelliJ. Yes, you can, clear console, okay. Right, so we go here, let's clear console, so we see only the new logs, and now we turn on the internet. Ah, in the background, look, um, hmm, uh-huh, it still failed. Okay, I did the debug token, but the anonymous auth still failed. Do we know the cause? I think the likely no internet thing is not a good policy. We should know. The actual restricted operation. Restricted operation. Oh, because I have to enable it in the panel, of course. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, yeah. I want to say, oh, I know, anonymous provider. Yeah, enable it. Right, good catch. Authentication. If we don't enable it, won't work. So in the control panel, sign in method, add provider. I thought it was here. Anonymous. Enable. Save. So good. I never read the message, but I think that's what they asked me to do. Yeah. 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 All right. But now I'm gonna trigger internet on and off again, and that should just work. Off, on. Now we should try again. All successful. But I think we have another issue. Allora, no user found. internet connected. Start from here. Uh, Copy until here, then we edit in Z. Paste. Okay, let's see what we got. Uh-huh. Anonymous authentication. Yep. This is not an issue. We don't need all of this. Yeah, phenotype. Again, not need all of this. Okay. Okay, now the anonymous auth worked perfectly, but there is another issue afterwards. Working perfectly. Race condition issue. Bad state. Try to call. Oh, slow down. Where was the try to cause after disposal or call anonymous also succeed Firebase notify out state changes triggers update state, but our service was disposed. Why our service was disposed? No, that might be the solution, but that's not the cause. I didn't do any app restart or reload that happened on connectivity change only. With this new information, does your fix still make sense? Is different. Okay. Network restored. Also detect the successful auth. Yep. Right. Yep. That makes sense. Actually, the Monty check still makes sense because anything. Yep. The root causes that are called. Uh, should we remove the manual retry? Where is the manual retry? So that's our service. Let's open it. I don't understand. Okay, let's add the mounted check. Where is the manual retry? Show me. So now we should have a new anonymous user in Firebase. Let's check. And we'll have a proliferation of users. Here you go. Dunque, sì. It was difficult to figure out, yeah. Line 176. Old service line 176. Let's have a look. Well, if we do that, then we can remove the whole method. The mounted check, yes, let's add it. Okay, I commented out. Let's do it myself. This. I commented out. Update state now, and now testing. If we don't need it, we can delete the whole method called this one. Um, to get rid of the current user, can I just reinstall, rerun the app? Or shall I uninstall it first? Okay. Data clear. ADB shell. Ah, okay. Look at that. That works. We see if it works. We go to the app, turn off the internet once more. Okay, success. Restart the app. Main, run, emulator, logs. Should say that it's trying to get the user and they can't. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's turn on the app, not the app, the internet. Actually, let's clean all the messages first. Okay, turn on the internet. Mobile data, why not? Internet connected. Network restoring no user, retry the source, but it's not retrying. It's not working. Yeah. Go back to Cloud. Now it's not working. The log message is output, but no retry done. What if we add a delay to the retry itself before setting the user? What's that doing? No, here. Update state to null. Will help over a couple of seconds. Yeah, right, Firebase also doesn't automatically return authentication when connection is restored. We do need the manual retry. Adding a delay could help avoid the race condition where both manual retry and Firebase potential retry compete. Okay. No. Is okay, but is the comment correct? Because there is no Firebase retry. We already saw that. You're absolutely right. The comment is incorrect. Firebase Auth doesn't have an internal retry. Let me fix that. Let me find the current state and fix it. Vabbè. So, going back to the app, remove internet connection. Restart the app. Okay. Anonymous source failed. No internet. Cool. And so far so good. Clear the console. And now restore internet connection. Ah. Now the token is invalid. Just rerun the app. It seems what you said before, accusing is not true about the token being preserved. What a pain, yeah? Every time you restart the app, the valid token is generated, but the Firebase console still has the old one. Yep. Firebase helper Dart. However, yeah, Chebik is enforced. Let's get the new token. Every time a new token. Allora, let me find this token. Uh-huh. So that was the same secret. Why is taking so long? Aha. Yeah, let's say we have a new token. So let's go to the app check. Apps, budget, Android, manage debug tokens. So now we can delete the other one, yeah. Saving. So we have the new token. And now what we can do is clean this log and turn internet off and on. Off, on. Yep, come on. Okay. So we should be good now. It seems to all have worked. Chat. Excellent. The anonymous auth uh, with no network retry. With network retry is not working perfectly. Okay. Yep. So good. Do we need to clean up some of the logging? Is it too much now or not? And in the meantime, we'll have a proliferation of anonymous users. No, this does not a problem. Go back. Mhm. Remove the already running, the delayed retry. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Remove the column as well. That's fine. Uh, it's fine. It's enough login anyway. Mm. Yeah, perfect. Yep. Okay. So So what happens with the anonymous users? Will we have a proliferation users shell of anonymous users? Also for every emulator run shall we have some strategy to delete unused anonymous user after 6 months, for example? I didn't press enter. Stop the app. Yes, anonymous users can proliferate, they become managing issues. That's what happens with anonymous user. Each emulator restart, each real device, persistent anonymous users stay in Firebase indefinitely. Do they? Do they get their file store document? There is something to go check. Yeah. Production. How much is the billing of Firebase Auth? Oh, Firebase Auth per active user billing anonymous Auth pricing. 50,000 users. No problem. No problem, mate. We will never get there. But yeah, well, how much? Mm, ok. I will just create a ticket. Yeah. Let's add a small ticket, maybe clean up anonymous users. Not signed in for 6 months or more. and I put this ticket in maybe. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Can you review all the code so far to see if we need any changes? Look it again, look it again. Got to analyze, good idea. Mm. I have a doubt for here. Okay. Um, in this method, how can what I'm gonna do is say return null also in the case of anonymous users. I will do more changes later, but now I just disable the sync for now. You also know the code is incredible. Yeah, yeah, I want to do that for now. What we're gonna do is change this again afterwards. Okay, great. Can you please create a PR? We already have that. Hold on a second, mate. Check. We are already on a suitable branch. Perfect. We already are on the support. Let me do the commit. Commit and push. Add anonymous. Implement anonymous authentication for support chat. Mm, that is not true. Is for everything. Add anonymous service. Mm. key features. Okay, it's okay. Let's not be too picky. Move on. Push. Mm. Yeah. Two uncommitted changes. That's not cool. Yep. Can you also commit the docs? I think one improvement we can do, we could do later, is to delete anonymous users and their Firestore data when they connect with Google. What do you think? Or shall we think about the link way? Linking would be better deleting. Link approach. Mm. But what happens if they link to an existing Google account which also had a chat history? I think forget the chat, let's lose it. Excellent point. This is a critical edge case. Anonymous user, Google user, when linking anonymous keeps ID anonymous, but because they look the same in reality, yeah, isn't it? Yeah, they look the same. They're just IDs. Okay, this is just for me to understand. So they keep the same ID. Yeah. Yeah. My recommendation to delete. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. For now, let's orphan it. We can just do the 6 months cleanup strategy. In that case, is there a way to figure that out, or do we have to do it by checking the activity log in Firestore, which I already implemented? We'll have to to put a top field. Mhm. Last used field in Firestore. Good choice for retention reservoir option cleanup function. Ah, there is option 2. Yeah, Auth events. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So anyway, um, this is good, but the anonymous auth is finished. So I'm going to just check the what's going on here with the tests. Yeah, they failed. So uh, let's see what it does. Mm-mm. So update state, yeah, handle new. Oh, so good. I like it. I like it. Handle no user and an existing user. So when you think you finished, almost finished. Nice. Better maintainability, more testable, same functionality. Yep. Okay. So we stop here and go on tomorrow, I think, with the next. All right. Good session. Yeah. Bye.